Many believe the Israel-Iran conflict is a recent phenomenon, but its roots delve much deeper, stretching back decades. What if we told you that before 1979, these two nations were not adversaries, but quiet allies? Under the Shah of Iran, a surprising partnership flourished, built on mutual economic and intelligence cooperation. This alliance was a stark contrast to the overt hostilities seen in later years. Iran, rich in natural resources, supplied vital oil to Israel, fueling its growing economy. This oil trade was a cornerstone of their economic relationship, providing mutual benefit. In return, Israel offered advanced technology and strategic support, bolstering Iran's defense capabilities. This exchange of resources and expertise created a strong, albeit discreet, bond between them. It was a quiet alliance, operating largely beneath the surface of turbulent Middle Eastern politics. Both nations found common ground in shared regional interests and a pragmatic approach to foreign policy. This unexpected historical fact sets the stage for a dramatic and unforeseen turning point. The year 1979 marked a seismic shift, fundamentally altering the regional landscape forever. The Iranian Revolution, a pivotal moment, brought about the overthrow of the Shah's government. This revolutionary upheaval ushered in a new Islamic government, radically different in its ideology. The new leadership, driven by a fervent revolutionary spirit, vehemently rejected Israel's legitimacy. Declaring opposition to Israel became a cornerstone of its foreign policy, a non-negotiable stance. This ideological transformation instantly reshaped the relationship between the two nations. Former partners, once bound by mutual interests, were abruptly transformed into entrenched geopolitical rivals. The shift was profound, signaling the end of an era of cooperation and the dawn of antagonism. This wasn't an immediate declaration of war, but rather the genesis of a protracted shadow war. It was a clandestine struggle, characterized by indirect confrontation and covert operations. This simmering conflict would come to define the region for decades, shaping its geopolitical contours. The seeds of future hostilities were sown in this revolutionary moment, forever altering the Middle East. The once unthinkable alliance dissolved, replaced by an ideological chasm that only deepened over time. The regional balance of power shifted dramatically, creating new alliances and new adversaries. The memory of their past cooperation faded, overshadowed by the rhetoric of revolutionary fervor. This historical pivot point remains crucial for understanding the complexities of today's conflict. The transformation from allies to adversaries was swift, brutal, and irreversible. It set a precedent for a new kind of warfare, fought in the shadows and through proxies. The impact of 1979 reverberates still, shaping the strategic decisions of both nations. The quiet alliance became a distant memory, a historical footnote in a new narrative of conflict. The world watched as a new geopolitical reality began to unfold in the Middle East. This dramatic turning point marked the beginning of a prolonged and intricate struggle. It was a conflict that would avoid direct military engagement, opting instead for strategic maneuvers. The ideological divide proved too vast to bridge, cementing their roles as adversaries. The regional implications were immense, affecting countless nations and millions of lives. This period laid the groundwork for the complex and often volatile relationship seen today. The shift from cooperation to confrontation was a defining moment in modern Middle Eastern history. It transformed the political landscape, creating a new axis of power and opposition. The former allies became symbols of opposing ideologies, locked in a struggle for regional dominance. This historical context is vital for comprehending the depth of their current animosity. The revolution's impact was not just internal, but had profound external repercussions. It reshaped alliances, broke old bonds, and forged new rivalries across the Middle East. The Quiet Alliance, once a testament to pragmatic diplomacy, was now a historical anomaly. The new Iranian government's stance on Israel became a central tenet of its foreign policy. This unwavering opposition fueled decades of tension and proxy conflicts. The shadow war, born from this transformation, continues to evolve and intensify. Understanding this historical trajectory is key to grasping the current state of affairs. The dramatic shift of 1979 remains a critical juncture in the Israel-Iran narrative. It is a story of how geopolitical interests can be irrevocably altered by ideological shifts. The quiet alliance of the past now seems almost unimaginable given the present hostilities. This historical background provides crucial context for the ongoing regional dynamics. The seeds of conflict were sown deep, ensuring a protracted and complex rivalry. The transformation from allies to adversaries was a watershed moment in the region. It set the stage for a prolonged struggle, fought on multiple fronts and through various means. The 1979 revolution fundamentally redefined the relationship between these two powerful nations. This dramatic change continues to influence the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. The Shadow War, born from this ideological divide, persists to this very day. It is a testament to how historical events can cast long, enduring shadows. The shift from cooperation to confrontation remains a pivotal chapter in their shared history. Following the 1979 Iranian Revolution, which transformed former allies into entrenched geopolitical rivals, the conflict between Israel and Iran did not immediately erupt into overt warfare. Instead, this protracted shadow war evolved into a complex, multifaceted struggle. It manifested as an intricate web of covert operations, intelligence battles, and cyber warfare, each side seeking strategic advantage without direct, large-scale military confrontation. Iran, with calculated precision, meticulously expanded its influence across the Middle East. It cultivated a formidable network of regional partners and armed groups, strategically embedding them in key areas like Lebanon, Syria, and Gaza. This deliberate expansion allowed Iran to exert significant pressure on Israel, effectively creating a strategic buffer and projecting power without engaging in overt state-to-state warfare. This approach provided plausible deniability while advancing its geopolitical objectives. Simultaneously, Israel viewed Iran's burgeoning regional influence with profound alarm. It perceived Iran's growing power and, critically, its nuclear ambitions as an existential security threat that demanded constant vigilance and proactive measures. The tensions between these two regional powers steadily mounted over the years, manifesting in a relentless series of clandestine actions and retaliatory strikes. These incidents included targeted airstrikes against Iranian-backed assets, sophisticated sabotage operations aimed at military and nuclear infrastructure, and pervasive cyber attacks designed to disrupt and destabilize. Often hidden from global view, these covert actions formed a persistent, simmering conflict, a silent battle fought in the shadows, yet with very real consequences. In recent years, however, this long-standing shadow war has become increasingly visible. The clandestine nature has given way to more direct strikes and overt retaliatory actions, escalating tensions across the entire region, making the conflict harder to ignore. The stakes are now undeniably higher than ever before, amplified by technological advancements. The proliferation of advanced missile technology and sophisticated drone warfare capabilities raises the alarming specter of a much wider, more destructive conflict. Such an escalation could easily draw in multiple global powers, creating a perilous international crisis. It also threatens vital energy routes, potentially disrupting global economies and trade. Ultimately, a full-scale confrontation could irrevocably reshape the future of the Middle East, leading to unforeseen and potentially catastrophic consequences for millions. The critical question that remains unanswered, hanging precariously in the balance, is whether this will remain a controlled strategic rivalry, albeit a dangerous one, or if it is truly on the precipice of a much larger, devastating regional war. This complex dynamic is further complicated by the strategic motivations driving both sides, each convinced of the righteousness of their cause and the necessity of their actions. Iran views its regional influence as essential for its security and ideological mission, while Israel sees its proactive measures as vital for its very survival. The intricate web of alliances also plays a crucial role in shaping the conflict's trajectory, with regional and global powers often aligning themselves based on their own geopolitical interests. These alliances can either de-escalate tensions through diplomatic pressure or exacerbate them, adding layers of complexity to an already volatile situation. The broader geopolitical implications extend far beyond the immediate region, involving major global powers whose interests are deeply intertwined with Middle Eastern stability. Any significant escalation could trigger a domino effect, impacting global energy markets, international trade routes, and the delicate balance of power worldwide. The ongoing struggle for regional influence between these two formidable adversaries continues to define much of the Middle East political landscape, creating constant uncertainty. The advancements in missile technology, for instance, have made direct strikes more precise, increasing the potential for unintended escalation and miscalculation. Similarly, the proliferation of drone warfare has lowered the threshold for engagement, allowing for targeted operations that can quickly spiral out of control. These technological shifts mean that what was once a shadow is now casting a much longer, more visible, and far more dangerous shadow across the entire international stage. The world watches with bated breath, understanding that the outcome of this confrontation will not only determine the fate of millions in the Middle East, but also profoundly influence the future of global security and international relations. Will the strategic rivalry persist, carefully manage to avoid outright war, or are we witnessing the prelude to a much larger, devastating regional conflict that could irrevocably reshape the future of the Middle East and beyond?